Hello everybody, CraftyMama here to share with you a few things about glue books. This is making glue books from magazines, how I store and organize my magazine cutouts, what I look for when I harvest pics and magazines, and I also make 2 mini glue books from one magazine. Here are some ideas on how to create your own magazine files, folders, and storage for your magazine clippings. Now here is what I have. I have 12 folders. You may not need all these folders. Your folders may be different. This is just give you a little tip, idea, hint, whatever you want to say. This is just how I do it. Like I have a main folder name and it's called seasonal/holidays. And then I have baggies inside that main folder with what I would call subcategories. They're all in the same folder, but these separate ones are in baggies. Fall, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas has its own. Then I have like Easter, Patriotic, St. Patrick's Day, Valentine's Day. Then my other main folder is animals, real stuff, cartoon, etc. I have another one that's flowers, decorative and whimsical. That's artwork or anything else not in any of the other folders. Found objects are like sunglasses, empty bases, chairs that I might like, Adirondack chairs, decorative chairs, different things like that. The next thing is phrases, sayings, and words. It's kind of self-explanatory. Then I have color and texture. Color and texture, where I can use like parts of the magazine page that I can use for like a solid color or maybe a print color. Also texture, something that looks like it might be good for texture and to create a background. Another folder is outdoor/nature. This would include trees, not bees. Bees could, I guess. Bushes, fields, mountains, water. Then there's people and things, book, clothes, shoes, like funky clothes, not, like 70s. Sometimes you see them in magazines, 70s clothes, different things I kind of like. Baking and cooking, that's for recipes, diet and exercise. And of course, I have a craft folder for crafts. I started keeping my things in these type folders and naming them because I would look through piles and piles of things that I would take from magazines that I would cut out because I don't just use them for glue books. I also use them for like journal things, tags and cards and things like that. And I could never find anything. So by putting them in the folders, giving them some kind of category, and every time I cut some out of a magazine, then sticking them in the folder or bag it goes in, it always makes it easier for me when I'm kind of looking for a certain theme or item or color or whatever, I can find it. So I use these magazine holders, and I also have a box that I'm hanging file folders in with some magazine clippings. So here's a few things I clipped out. This would be my Christmas folders. You can see that candle almost look lit. Then like this with the ice skates and the pretty flowers. Now the way you cut out things too, cut around them, cut them out is important. Like the bow here, I might cut that out separately, just the bow, maybe the little guy in the candle part. It's all up to you what you want to use. Now here's could be a great background for something, to put a saying on or to put another picture on. Let me see what we got here. We got a North Pole. I would kind of cut out the word, maybe the little basket. It depends on what you're trying to create on your page. Here's the vintage looking caravan everybody seems to like around the holidays. Here's another good one, Believe in the Magic of Christmas. I could make a little journaling card with that if I wanted. Again, you just got to fussy cut them out the right way. These little snowmen are super adorable. Aren't they so sweet? I love snowmen. I know it's like Christmas, but hey, it's almost July, Christmas in July. Here's one that says Merry Christmas. This just happened to be the folder I picked. So now, here's the magazine I'm going to be using. And I use like little sticky tabs. If I find something, I put a little sticky tab on it, then I know to go back and I want to cut something out of that page. Now, sometimes I'm looking for words. I'm looking for colors to use for background colors or texture. That's what I call texture. This would be another one, like a little texture. The little Mickey Mouse thing could be really cute for a tag or card. And then I kind of like this little scene with the chair and the little fireplace, the outdoor scene. Gotta have this cat. Anybody remember that one, Hang On There Baby, Friday's Coming, that cat? Ooh, look at this owls. I will fussy cut around that and use those. I will use these for like solid color background, to make a solid color background with other solid colors, and maybe I'll use some of the prints, their sunglasses and more. Just, you know, different things, whatever catches your fancy. A flower, I will fussy cut that out. This for the solid blue color. You know, stays on cardstock and scrapbook paper, and you use what you can find. I love those two pictures. I think they'll be great on like a journaling card. This dog picture's cute. Again, it depends on what kind of a glue book you're making, or maybe there's no theme at all. Maybe you have a theme. Maybe you just like to keep going. A lot of us do. We just do what we feel like doing. Doesn't really matter. So now I tore out the entire page of the ones that have things that I want to cut out of, because this is going to be way too thick anyway. I'm going to cut this one. I'm going to make mini glue books this time. I'm going to cut it in half. And here's just showing you a couple examples. I cut out the red, like I was pointing to different things. I cut out the little guy there because I think he's cute, the elf. He would go good on that red background, you know, depending on a page. See what I mean? It all works out. It's kind of neat. Or like I would take this blue. This is from the magazine too. Use it as a background. I think this has like a vintage look, this mother and daughter or whatever. Maybe I can make a journal card out of that or whatnot, or something to put in a pocket. You know, just kind of be creative. You know, think of things as you go. Obviously, I love this cat. I'd put something where the hand is, maybe a cute saying or whatever, something right there. This came from a picture of a coat. It makes a great print background. I could put maybe the Mickey Mouse on there, look really cute as a background for this picture. And I would maybe fussy cut a little bit more the Mickey Mouse picture around it, take away some of the white. Also be really great for this pumpkin pick, I think. You know, on a page, collaged with other things in the background. There's also this little picture that it's time to wake up and smell the tea. Well, I found these other words in the magazine. It's time to wake up and get inspired. How good is that? So now that some of the excess pages are out, I go and I fold them. I fold the first page to the left and the second page to the right. As you can see, I left, right, left, right, left, right. I just start from the beginning, and there's why, because I got like two folds and a center part, and I like it that way. Some people fold them different. This is just how I'm doing it. Again, it's just on the left, you fold it down towards the right, and on the right, you fold it down towards the left, away from you, as you can see. Then I take them and what's left in the book, and I crease them down to kind of get some of the bulk away. I made a mark like halfway across the center of the magazine, as you can see with my ruler. And I'm going to take my ruler, and you have to hold your ruler down tight, and you have to be careful. And I'm going to take my cutter here, and you got to take your time, and you got to go gently, and you got to cut just a couple pages at a time. This takes probably the most time of the glue book, maybe. What I will admit is, as I was going along here, I realized that my cutter seemed kind of dull, or it was tearing the pages. You know, magazine pages are very thin. So what I actually started doing is holding the ruler really tight. I'd cut it a little bit with my cutter, but then I'd actually end up ripping it with my hands, just holding my ruler really tight, and continued to tear the pages so that I could get them up. And then of course you got to cut the spine, which is a little hard too, but you know, take your time, be careful, don't cut yourself. And here you see I have two of them. And here are my cute two little books. Now, because I cut them by hand or ripped them by hand, I will show you the top. You can see it's kind of like a serrated edge on the top. That was from me tearing them in the middle, because, you know, I'm cutting the book down the middle to get the two parts. And on the other side, of course, it's nice and even and neat. But as you can see, it's pretty bulky as it is, and I haven't even done anything, added any pages or embellishments or tags or anything yet. And yes, one is slightly shorter than the other because the magazine wasn't an even length, but that's okay. It's only about 1/4 of an inch shorter. So let's take a look at the two that I made. Here's the cover I made for the smaller of the two. I thought the cover was pretty. I used scrapbook paper, and then I created a little spine for it. As you could see, I'm not done decorating the cover. I also made a pocket for the inside front cover and the back cover, but I haven't finished decorating it with paper. Let me show you the bigger of the two. I love this paper. Again, not done finishing decorating the cover, but this one, different spine, got a blue spine. And of course, the print continues on the back. On the inside, here's what I did with the first page. Here's my little pocket. It's already covered. I actually made a little tag for the inside here, if I can grab it right here. Just made a cute little tag to go in that pocket. I ripped some paper and I put that on top of some other paper that's on that page. Here you see some of the background pages and plain pages and the flower and stuff that I actually used from the magazine that I cut out of the magazine. And here's more from the magazine. There's that "It's time to wake up and get inspired," and on the bottom I put the little words "crafted by you" from the magazine. This is kind of like 2 journaling spots that can be used to write on or put pictures or whatnot. And I'm not completely done, of course. I just put a center part in there because it helps to keep the pages together, keeps them all stronger. I actually made a pocket over on this side with a little journaling tag in there and kind of distress the edges on there a little bit. And then just a couple more pages. Like I said, I'm not done by any means. I did these 2 spots that can be written, journaled on, whatever, and I distressed the front of it with my ink. And let me open this up. I didn't cover this page, but I did cover on the side here. Use this page. I made that little like deep pink heart at the bottom. Just showing you, and that's about it so far. I have lots more to do, and I might need to take some pages out because it's getting quite thick just with the little bit that I put in there. Well, that's all I have for you today. As I noted earlier in the video, I'll have a link to the first ever glue book, full-size one that I did on YouTube, which was back in September 2017. Thank you for stopping by watching Crafty Mama. I hope every day you feel inspired. Bye-bye.